including one moving up the Gulf Freeway heading towards downtown Houston. Rain chances ramp up with a flood risk into next week. The news at 3 starts now. Live shot there, you can see this is Wayside, and really from the Gulf Freeway following Wayside nearly all the way to I-10. That's where we've got a hefty downpour pushing through. And with Bryce's live shot, you saw the rain came on fast. It was hard. It was windy. There's frequent lightning strikes. And this storm is packing quite a punch. Any thunderstorm we see, we can see a heavy, intense downpour. I'd also like to point out a phenomenon happening right now. You'll notice the storm is on the east side of Houston, but we've got lightning right now just south of the Heights. That's because you can see lightning 10 miles away from a storm. So please remember, if you hear thunder, you need to head inside. It does not have to be pouring down rain in order to see a rogue lightning strike. If we put this radar in motion over the last hour, the good news is as fast as these storms are coming on, they're also moving out. They're continuing to drift to the north at a pretty good rate there. But as we head through the weekend, rain chances ramping up. Andy, I'm talking a flood threat for next week. I've got your full forecast coming up.
Carol.
But it's not a washout. You can see here from our station out in Sharpstown, we've got a mix of sunshine and cloud cover. Right now on our radar, we have been tracking some isolated storms, but I'll tell you what, whenever you do see the thunderstorms, they can get aggressive pretty quickly. I'll show you that storm we are tracking that passed directly over Bryce. You can see it was previously right over Wayside. Now it's continuing to drift its way to the north. If we put this in motion over the last hour, it's continuing to bring with it a quick soaking of rain, but it's not going to last very long. In fact, as fast as it moves in, it's going to be moving out as well. Shouldn't last more than 15 minutes as it passes overhead. You can also see a shower pushing its way up to 88 now, reaching the Beltway there and up towards Kingwood and Atascocita. Just one lightning strike by Humble. Shouldn't be causing too many problems. And thankfully, all of these storms today have been moving at a pretty good clip. Because of this, no real flooding concerns with these thunderstorms. We are going to keep seeing more activity, though, as we head through the rest of the afternoon. So a quick downpour, not out of the question. Some lightning certainly going to be possible. A brief break possible tonight, but then by tomorrow morning, we're actually expecting storms to be more widespread even earlier in the day. We've got tropical moisture moving in, and this is going to allow for more widespread showers, but also more efficient rainfall makers. That means when you see a thunderstorm, it can quickly drop 1 to 2 inches of rain, even higher if it stops moving. As we head Saturday night, certainly not a washout, but if you do have a party outdoors, have an indoor option, have a place where folks can run inside, because we will be tracking scattered showers through the afternoon and early evening. This is that tropical moisture I was talking about, that neon green color indicating extremely saturated air. This is pushing into Houston as we head through the weekend, and then into next week, we're watching a cold front enter the state. Now, this is going to bring a bit of uncertainty. If it stalls up towards Dallas, we're going to be slightly more dry here in Houston. But if it makes it all the way to College Station, that is going to make Monday a very wet day. And with that tropical moisture, regardless, front or not, we do have a flash flood risk for Monday, especially for areas to the east of Houston. Quick look at your allergy report we've had through the afternoon today. All of the thunderstorms we've been seeing, they've continued to move, which is why we really haven't seen any widespread flooding concerns, no reports of street flooding. If we put our radar in motion over the last hour, you can see this thunderstorm had formed in the far southeast of Houston, already pushed up to the north. But we're going to continue to see more thunderstorms pulse up as we head into our Friday night. So you might be thinking, what do I do to prepare? Have an umbrella with you, have an inside option. You can see we've got thunderstorms pushing onshore for Brazoria County, continuing to see a few thunderstorms out near Lake Conroe and near Lake Somerville. If you are out and about at the lake, at the pool, and you hear thunder, please move inside. These storms are producing quite a bit of lightning. Now, if you're not seeing storms out there, you are still going to be dealing with the high heat. A live look outside from our GenPro.com camera, you can see A mix of cloud cover, temperature 90 degrees, but because of our high humidity, it feels 10 degrees hotter. Right now, it feels like 100 degrees. So dog walking forecast on this Friday afternoon, keeping rain with us through the evening, and rain chances, Joel Corley, those are ramping up into next week, but I'll have our full forecast coming up.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Caroline. Already seeing quite a bit of rain this afternoon.
Quite a bit of rain, and it comes down extremely fast. We've been tracking thunderstorms that have been popping up, and thankfully they're moving.
That's good.
And I'll tell you what, if they move past you, it's just going to be hot and humid on this Friday. Look closer to 100 degrees, so please do take those heat precautions and get outside. It's not too bad out there. However, we are also tracking those thunderstorms. And a live look at our storm tracker too, you can see them pretty scattered throughout southeast Texas. We put this in motion over the last hour. The thing that us meteorologists love to see is that they are moving. That's going to really limit the amount of rainfall you can see. But here's the thing, as they push in, they're really going to bring heavy downpours. I'm starting with our southern counties. We're going to work our way up to the north. You can see pushing onshore from Freeport to Lake Jackson, some healthy downpours here. And that's just the beginning. More rain is going to be streaming in from the coast. You can also see a few of those storms up from Wharton County over into Fort Bend. Thankfully, as they push in, they're going to quickly push out. So if you do get caught up in a rain shower, or maybe you're like me and don't like driving in the rain, just wait it out. It's not going to be lasting too long. You can see a thunderstorm impacting areas just to the west of I-45 between the Woodlands and Conroe, and continuing up towards Huntsville. That's a healthy little thunderstorm there, and we're going to continue to track these showers and storms as we head over the next few hours. However, once we get to the overnight period, most of this activity will start to taper off. I think by 10 o'clock, things will be mostly quiet. Now, as we head into Saturday, we are expecting more widespread storms as opposed to just isolated. 8 a.m. You can see those thunderstorms across the area, continuing to push in through the day, not a washout, but on and off storms through the entire day. By 5 o'clock, some of those storms will start to break up, but let me tell you, through the entire weekend, we have high moisture in place. When I say that, I mean our air is saturated. There's plenty of water available, and that's going to allow for any thunderstorm that forms to quickly drop several inches and for us to see more scattered storms into the afternoon. Now, one question into next week is going to be, how far south does this front go? Don't get excited. It's not going to bring us any cooler weather, but it will bring with it an enhanced rain threat if it's able to make it all the way here in Houston. Regardless, though, front or not, with that high precipitable, or you're dealing with thunderstorms. Right now, we've got thunderstorms scattered across southeast Texas. I'll put this in motion. You'll notice pretty isolated out there. Not everybody is seeing the rain. In fact, most of us were dry with hot temperatures, but I do want to show you, look at all of these storms pushing onshore from the coast. These are going to be reaching our coastal counties and then will bring the potential of more rain as we head into the evening. Right now, though, we're tracking some of those thunderstorms from far coastal Brazoria County, from Lake Jackson, over towards portions of Fort Bend County. All of these can bring a quick, heavy downpour. It can feel rather intense driving through it, but I'll tell you what, they aren't lasting long because these storms are continuing to move. That storm that passed through the east side has dissipated, and now we're just tracking a thunderstorm approaching Lake Conroe, another one on the northern side of Lake Livingston, and really all of our lakes are tracking thunderstorms right now. Lake Somerville definitely seeing a big thunderstorm there, and as we head through the rest of the evening, we're going to continue to see pop-up showers and thunderstorms throughout southeast Texas. In fact, even through the overnight hours, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a few thunderstorms. However, into the day tomorrow, rain chances really ramp up, and Joel Corley, they keep increasing through the weekend. I'll have that full forecast coming up.
Oh boy, that's something.
Make sure they're well hydrated, take them out early on those walks, and wait for the thunder to pass, because a lot of
yeah, it's scary.
They get a little scared, but after it passes, you do get a brief little cool down. Right now here in Houston, but we have been tracking some quick moving downpours. You can see right now Sugar Land starting to see much more activity. This is advancing along 59 in Fort Bend County from Needville to Rosenberg. You can see Beasley, Pleak starting to see some heavy heavy downpours here. If we put this storm in motion, you can see this is a 1-hour radar loop. Look how fast it's moving. That's the benefit. Because they're moving fast, we're not seeing the same street flooding, but that doesn't mean you're not going to see some heavy rain and higher accumulations, because these storms have been very efficient rainfall makers. That means you can quickly get an inch of rain, and that's why it's pretty uncomfortable driving in these downpours. Continuing up to the north, you can see that cell just on the south side of Lake Conroe there, continuing to advance. If you're in the water, definitely seek shelter. You want to take that lightning threat seriously. A good reminder, lightning is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. This is why we say when thunder roars, go indoors. And we're going to keep seeing more storm chances as we head through the rest of the afternoon today, and then especially into tomorrow morning. In fact, Saturday, not a washout, but more scattered thunderstorms expected through the day. On and off hit or miss storms. So at times you're going to have a break, and then another round is going to be pushing in. In fact, the reason why we're seeing more rain is deep tropical moisture that's pushed in from the coast. This is really going to increase storm coverage and the potential of seeing flooding, especially as we get into next week. We're going to be tracking a front diving in from the north. This will bring with it the possibility of street flooding. Now, hopefully that front stalls in far north Texas. That'll keep most of the storms away from us, but that does have the potential of stalling closer to College Station, in which case here in Houston, we would just be soaked. Allergy report not too